Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, July 4th, 5th day of Tammuz. Today I want to give you a travel halacha. I'm going to be traveling near Hashem to Eretz Yisrael. I might even be on the airplane while you're listening to this. And a common halacha that a lot of people need to know for when they're flying, and it's this. A common situation, not always, but anyone like us leaving, let's say, from the east coast of the United States, somewhere around midnight on one of those overnight flights, this is a halacha about how to get the time right for davening shachris. Okay, so your plane takes off at midnight, and you're, let's say, in the New York area or the Washington area, somewhere on the East Coast, and you're flying east to Israel. So the time zones are going to quickly change as you fly eastward, and what you assume is the time for Shacharis, like after you've slept through most of the night, that's no longer the right time for Shacharis. Because you're encountering new time zones and you're kind of moving ahead in time as you're flying. It used to be that you could just look out the window of your airplane as soon as you see the sun coming up. You're approximately in the range of morning, early morning, and that's a great time to daven Shacharis. You don't have the usual couple of hours to get in your Kriyas Shema and your Shacharis and everything because you're flying eastward. So the time zones are kind of moving against your travel path and things are happening fast. So the earliest time, as soon as you see the sun, till when it's time to say, the last time to say Shema and Shemona Esrei, it's not 4 hours. It can be as little as 2 hours, depending on a whole lot of things, like how far north your airplane flew and all those kinds of things. So you cannot plan on sleeping like 7 or 8 hours and then waking up and saying, time for Shacharis, because by then, wherever you are over who knows where, it could be 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's way too late to be davening. So, but you can't look out the window anymore in a lot of the airplanes because they have the windows kind of blackened, so you can't tell what's going on outside. There's no more lifting up of the shades and peeking to see if the sun is there because they have some kind of devices that darken the windows. So you won't even know by looking out the window. Safe thing to say as a generalization is that if you're leaving around midnight and you're flying eastward, somewhere around 3 hours into your flight, it's time to daven Shacharis. Okay, so you're leaving, let's say, around 11 or 12 at night. Around 3 hours into your flight, about 3 hours, what you think is 3 in the morning, is now more like 6 or 7 in the morning because you've flown east and north as you head towards Israel. So daven about 3 or 4 hours into the flight. For those of you who want to be really accurate about this, there are websites. You can look them up. They're all complicated. They're a little hard to work, but you can look up on the websites the exact time for your flight. You could try zmanim.com or myzmanim, and then you type in your flight and your everything, and they can calculate for you the exact time based on your flight, your departure, your city, and everything, and tell you Shacharis is 3 1/4 hours into your flight until 5 1/4 hours into your flight. That might be a more accurate way to do it, but I'm giving you today some of the generalizations. Okay, if everything works properly, then my next halacha to you should be on a phone video that I'll be sending to you, God willing, from Israel. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for exciting news from Israel. Bye-bye.